What do you get when you combine Conan and The Walking Dead? Well, let's just say after he's through with them, they're not going to be walking anymore. This is a review of Conan the Barbarian #2 from Titan Comics. And yeah, you're going to notice that this isn't the actual issue. I didn't actually get it because it didn't ship at my comic shop because of some error that Diamond Comics made. So I had to get the Comixology version of it. And so we'll be doing a review using images from that issue. And it's kind of ironic that this is the one issue that my comic shop couldn't get in because I'm actually in it, or, well, at least something I said was quoted on the back cover. We'll talk about that at the end. All right, let's start with the cover. I think it looks fantastic. So this is just Conan standing there after a battle, fire in the background, smoke in the background, and he looks really badass. It is a darker image, but I think that we can tell everything that the artist put into this work and see all the detail and all of that good stuff. It is coming off a little bit brighter on my screen than it would in print, but I think the print copy should be just as good. And I love all the detail in here. It really reminds me of a pinup you might see in Savage Sword, but of course this is done in color and it just works really, really well. Very appropriate image for this series. But if you don't like that cover, you've got plenty of others to choose from and they're all listed in the back. The cool thing about the digital edition is it gives you a full page look at each of the variant covers. And so this is by the interior artist. And this is a very, very nice tribute to Schwarzenegger Conan. And it's a very cool variant cover. And there's even an Archie tribute cover by Dan Parent himself, which is just kind of wild. This is something I never dreamed that would exist, but it's kind of cool that it does. But no Archie tributes inside. Oh no, this is the first page that greets us in the story. And it's just so reminiscent of Basima artwork. And it just really just hits you in the face with just like, wow, this is what Conan should look like. And it's just fantastic. And the artwork is great throughout. A lot of detail, a lot of work went into this. And it just, again, very reminiscent of what you would see on those old comics, especially in Savage Sword. This art team started out great and is only getting better. Last issue, I said there were some scenes where you couldn't really tell the different combatants apart, and it was just kind of hard to read the zombies from the humans. Here, none of that. The composition of each panel and the coloring just works perfect. I could read everything super well just by glancing at it, and I'm so glad to see that. The zombies look really, really cool and are well drawn and colored here. And we actually get to see the zombies do something other than fall by Conan's sword or chase people around. We actually get to see what they do in the aftermath of the battle and get hints about why they're doing what they're doing. And it's very creepy, very horror-oriented stuff, very appropriate for Robert E. Howard territory. And we also spend some time having Brissa, the pickish chick, and Conan talk. And so we get an exposition dump by Brissa. And we also get some insight into Conan and how he looks at life and how Sumerians kind of look at things and Crom, their god, and all that good stuff. It's not really deep, but it does give you enough insight into Conan to help you care for the character and root for him. And that is very important in a series like this. But of course, Conan is contractually obligated to slash somebody every issue. And so, yes, of course, there is some action. Brissa and Conan do go medieval on some zombies, so that's there as well. And as bonuses in the back, you do get a one-page article that continues to explore picks in Robert E. Howard's works and also the letter column chain mail or chain mall, which are nice little added bonuses for this comic. And just in case you're curious, they've already announced what is going to be in the next plot line, starting in Conan the Barbarian #5. And it's going to take place after the Queen of the Black Coast, the Robert E. Howard story. And Conan will be mourning the death of Belit. We're going to be in another one of those great melancholies. And he's going to take a heist job to try to take his mind off things. And so we're going to be switching artists, and it's going to be Doug Braithwaite. And he is a great, great artist. I'm familiar with his work on Thor. You're seeing his cover for next issue. And so zero worries about his artwork is very, very appropriate for this series. And oh yeah, I mentioned that they quoted me on the back. So on the back cover, when you're done with the comic, they have these quotes from reviewers to try to convince you that the issue was good, just in case you have any questions about it. And so I'm at the very, very bottom. And so my quote, this is from my free comic book day review, reads, "This looks like something that just leaped out of Savage Sword. I was so floored when I saw this. This reads like a great Conan comic. The text in here could have been written by Roy Thomas or Robert E. Howard. It perfectly captures the character, especially the Wanderlust." And so even edited, it does do a pretty good job of capturing most of what I was saying. And I do appreciate being put on the back cover. And I'm a little surprised that they took it from that review, because I thought my review of issue 1 actually had much easier to soundbite things in it. But who knows? I mean, there's going to be plenty of Conan issues, and I may end up on the back cover again at some point. You never know. And I would definitely highly recommend this series. At this point, I would say we're in very good hands, and we can look forward to a great ride with Conan the Barbarian. All right, that's it. Like and subscribe for more videos. And until next time, see ya.